would you like to make introductions? And are any of the folks in the other seats with you?
No, unfortunately, we did not have a
Okay.
family able to come with us. And
Okay, that's fine.
fortunately, we didn't. Only because the kids are getting so old and healthy now that they're all in school and they can't get out of school to come and visit us. So that's great
That's a
news that we
good
don't have
thing.
anybody with us, I guess.
All right, well.
So I'm Rick, I'm the treasurer of the 445 Foundation, was the president. This is my son Andrew, he's the president of the 445 Foundation. This is Elizabeth, representing the CMN office. We were talking about not having a miracle family here. Well, we always have a miracle family here. We're a miracle family. Unfortunately, she was picked back in 1987. I wish she was still with us. She's not. 90, she was taken from us. That's when this all started, as far as the donation, the raising the funds for the Children's Miracle Network. We did it at the Alcoa plant, the aluminum workers. 11 years, we raised funds till they shut us down. That's when we formed the 445 Foundation. 445 is what our local union was. That's our roots, that's where we come from. All those years that we were doing all the fundraising in-house, raising the money, answering the telephones for the telethon, every person, when Alcoa decided to shut us down, said to a person, what are they going to do without us? Those kids need us. That hospital needs us. That's when 7 of us and Andrew formed the 445 Foundation. We're a 501(c). We jumped through all the hoops. You, as a group, including the mayor's office, have been supporting us. And again, like I've said every time, it's going to be almost 30 years, but you're the only county commissioner's mayor's office in all the counties that's covered by the CMN that cares enough about their kids to proclaim this. Normally in the past, we would do it, our check presentation would be at the telethon. We've changed that to now this year, we're supporting, they've changed the format of the telethon. So this year what we're doing is 10570X has taken up the banner and is doing a pay-for-play, which is going to be November 8th, beginning at 5 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock in the morning of Friday, November 9th. If you really want to know how well we've done this year, and it is a record year for us, everybody must listen to 10570X. I would highly recommend around 5 o'clock on Thursday evening. Put the word out. You'll find out exactly how,
That's November
because
8th.
of your support,
Yes, ma'am.
November 8th.
November 8th, because of your support, the businesses of Lebanon County that have been great to us, the people of Lebanon County that have supported us. This is a new record for us, and I want to thank all of you for helping us out.
Thank you. You folks want to contribute something before we do the proclamation?
Yes, the 445 Foundation, like my father stated, the name of it comes from a blue-collar, aluminum, brick and glass workers mentality. We still keep that mentality, even though the members have moved on. We brought in new members, we have new family members we have new people helping us. We keep working and we take it in a blue-collar mentality to continue to work and grind out events that not only are going to allow us to put money together to give to the CMN that's going to help children at the hospital, but it's our kids, it's our neighbors, it's our sons, our daughters, our nieces, our nephews that are going to that hospital. And the big thing that we try to point out about the CMN, and Elizabeth will speak to this, the CMN is all-inclusive. It helps and benefits every single child that goes into the hospital. So whereas there are certain fundraisers that help with a certain disease or a certain situation, when you have a child that falls out of a window, you have a child that comes down with this extremely rare disease that no one's ever heard of, and it takes the parents 3 weeks to be able to even recite it back to you, to even begin to explain what happened to their child. There is no national fundraiser out there for those children. The CMN benefits all of them. The machinery that's purchased by the telethons, the Child Life program that is in the hospital, even the siblings programs under Child Life, those are all funded by the CMN. So the CMN not only helps children that are in the hospital, but it helps the families and it helps the siblings with their entire experience at the hospital. That's something that when we set out in 1992 is when we officially started doing fundraisers. We decided that we needed to do something to not only aid these children, but to aid their families as well, because we as a family were ailing, we were hurting. I've done this since then as a big brother to every single one of the kids that go into this hospital, because I look at the other family members, the other brothers and sisters that are there with their sibling that's in the hospital. I know what it's like to be that kid, and the CMN benefits those children as well. And they get to come out of that hospital and bring their sibling home. And that's something we've been striving for I don't know how many years now. Elizabeth, this is her first experience. This is her first year with the CMN, so it's her first experience with you, the commissioners. So this is a learning experience for her, but she can speak directly to what the CMN does and how they benefit from donations like ours.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you. So we really appreciate the opportunity to be here today, because without the people of Lebanon and the 445 Foundation, we wouldn't be able to continue to provide all of the things that were described. So it's not just, Child Life, it's not just music therapy, it's equipment, it's research, it's enhancing the experience for everybody that comes and is touched by the Children's Hospital, the Penn State Children's Hospital, which is many children, not just children in Lebanon. So the fact that you are so supportive of the Children's Hospital and continue to support the 445 Foundation is something that we're immensely grateful for. The Children's Hospital is growing, so we're building 3 additional floors, and so that's why it's even more incredible that this is such a record-breaking year for the 445 Foundation, because that means that we can continue to provide those resources, because we'll have additional space for patients and families, because it's always needed. Like was said, it's not just someone who has a chronic illness or a disease, it's accidents, it's things that just happen, and people need to support Children's Miracle Network, because you don't know when you're going to need it or if you're going to need it. So.
Very good.
And the most important thing is every dollar that's donated stays for our kids.
That's true.
Every dollar.
It's completely local, and that's one thing that we appreciate, is the money is raised local, but it stays local. It doesn't go to some national office. All Children's Miracle Network funds stay here and will benefit Penn State Children's Hospital for years to come. So it's been, 27 years since you've been doing this,
Yeah.
and we hope that it's going to continue for 27 more. So thank you very much.
Very good.
All set?
Yes, sir.
Whereas the Children's Miracle Network Hospital at Penn State Hershey Medical Center is one of the 170 affiliated Children's Miracle Network hospitals across the United States and Canada that provide world-class care for every patient. And whereas the Hershey Medical Center in Central Pennsylvania is the singular children's hospital and region's only pediatric trauma unit dedicated to the care of children from birth through adolescence. And whereas Lebanon County is one of 9 counties covered by Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital, where 47,778 pediatric visits occurred from Lebanon for fiscal year 2017-18. And whereas the goal of the hospital is to enhance the health and well-being of children and families through collaborative medical care, education, research, and community service. Their mission is to generate funds and awareness programs for Penn State Children's Hospital, the children and families they serve. And whereas on November 8th and 9th, 2018, the Children's Miracle Network will take part in a 28-hour radio marathon on radio station 105.7 The X to help children and their families at Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital. Now therefore we, the Commissioners of Lebanon County, on behalf of all our citizens, do hereby proclaim the week of November 5th through November 9th, 2018 as Miracle Child Week in the County of Lebanon. Further, we ask the residents of our community to remember that it's all about the kids who are in need of healing, and give support to the Children's Miracle Network in their efforts to help these children and their families at Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital to become a miracle.
I'll make a motion to approve the proclamation for the Children's Miracle Network on behalf of the 445 Foundation.
Second the motion.
All right, I have a motion and a second to adopt the proclamation as read. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. And